Chatting with Cherubs.
Hello and welcome back to Chatting with Cherubs. I'm Morgan Rees and I'm here with the incredible and only
Gearoid Farrelly. That's right.
Yes.
We've lost Josh again.
We've lost Josh to the work flu. He worked one day last week.
That's me. I was going to be very nice. I was going to say that Josh is actually swamped at the moment and he ran afoul of his diary. So
he did.
Yeah, Josh he has a conflict at the moment.
He does. I should say that. He's one of the hardest working housewives I've ever met.
He is. There are trad wives that can only wish. Yeah, the trad wives in Texas are all threatened because there's a power bottom in Manchester that is just, if he was to turn his attention to trad wife, and my God, he'd wipe them off the map.
Oh, I do wonder because his sort of content at the moment, if you haven't seen everyone, I do recommend it, is Josh sort of going over housewife sort of recipes. Maybe he should branch out into how he cleans the bathroom, how he cleans the carpet, how he rinses the driveway.
I know. At this point, I mean, if he was to start that, I think I would intervene. I think it would be
really?
Like, are you okay? Is there anything we can do?
Start slipping in Christian values as well, sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. If he changes his bio to walks with Christ, that's when we have to worry.
Yeah, if there's like Matthew 32 or something in this.
Exactly. And it's like, thou shalt always clean the shower.
Fluff these cushions like you're beating down the gay thoughts, that sort of thing. Boom, boom, boom.
But we miss you, Josh. I'm sure you're listening with your solicitors. But he will be back next week. Fear not, as always.
Yeah, fear not, as in like the fear of God not.
Yeah, exactly. At the moment, he's just being baptized in the what's the river in Manchester?
I don't know.
Do they have a river?
Yeah, I got to say they've got to have a river. Well, it's got Canal Street. Oh, well, that's not a river. That's a canal, isn't it?
Clues in Canal Street. I'm sure he's been baptized in Canal Street many times.
I'm sure someone's dunked him down a couple of times on Canal Street, yeah. Is baptism almost like the original white t-shirt competition?
Do you know what they don't tell you about baptism is that a lot of the time when babies are baptized, they shit.
I didn't know that.
That's true. That is true. I remember somebody telling me about this, is that the reason they do it is because they're hit with cold water and their body kind of shocks them.
Yeah, I can see that.
And like, so a lot of the times that when a baby like shits their nappy during a baptism, like as soon as they get baptized, you really it smells bad. And it's like, there's the badness coming out of them.
Oh, wow. What a way of like soiling literally holy water.
I know, yeah, exactly. They've got a nappy full of Satan.
But that can't be a good sign, is it? Like the first time you meet holy water, you shit in it. That's got to be indicative of a life of sin.
Well, they only splash it on their head. Well, in Ireland anyway, they just pour a little jug over their head. Yeah,
fairs. So do you think most people have that when they do the gold plunges? Then,
yeah. Well, you know what? I'm not sure I should say this because anyway, when I swim in cold water in the sea,
yeah,
I piss myself. It's totally involuntary. There's nothing I can do, and it's like so often I have friends like, "Do you want to come sea swimming with me?" And I'm like, no, because I like you and I don't want to know that you're covered in my piss.
Yeah, no, I think that's fine. I think everyone, if you're going in the sea, you're signing up to be in someone else's piss.
Yeah, and I if it's cold, not so much during the summer, but you know, if someone says like, "Oh, do you want to go sea swimming in September?" and you go, if the water's cold, I just wet myself, and it's not something I can control.
What, are you going to be like when everyone's swimming together? You're going to look like Victoria Beckham when she did that Spice Girls reunion photograph, and she's like 3 foot away from everyone else.
Yeah, exactly. Looking quite shameful. Yeah, it always happens.
Is it a little bit or is it loads?
It's a piss. It's like whatever's in there goes, no.
Oh, really? So it could be like
Yeah.
a proper long one.
Well, no. I mean, like, it's just, I'm just like, oh, I'm wet myself. I can't stop this. This is happening.
Isn't it mad that you can tell the difference between wetting yourself and being wet when you're literally in the sea?
It's the temperature change.
Yeah.
And it's the willy tingle because it's like, this is happening. Nothing I can do.
Yeah, I guess that's true, isn't it? I'm in the freezing cold sea and my genitals are warm. I think this is on me.
Yeah, but it's like, it doesn't happen when I'm abroad. Like sometimes when I'm abroad, it's sunny. But if I go sea swimming here, like 90% of the time, I'm like, uh-oh. And then I'm just like, I'll get the coffees.
I'll stand with the towels. I'll stand with the towels.
I'll get the coffee. Anyone that wants a coffee, it's on me. I feel I owe you this much.
I've accidentally golden showered you while you're in the sea.
I'm pissing on people I never thought I would, and we are where we are. Let's just move on from this.
Oh, do you think it's the other way around, that if someone gets a bit of Gearoid's wee on them, they have to put a jellyfish sting on to neutralise it?
Somebody's told me that that's not actually a cure for a jellyfish sting.
No, that was a fetishist taking his chance, wasn't it?
Exactly.
Right place, right time.
Can you think of anything worse than being stung by a jellyfish and then a stranger pissing on you? You're like, no, it does, please. It doesn't work.
I'd love it if another kink fetish person walked by as well and they said, oh, and to relieve the numbness, you just got to let someone suck your toes.
Yeah. Oh, God. I had this very strange thing happen to me yesterday because I was in Newcastle for a day, right? I had to fly over and back to Newcastle.
Oh, wow.
And
nice.
I was up at 5 a.m. So it was like an early start. So I had a bit of time in Newcastle. So I went in to get something to eat. And I went into this restaurant. And it was so strange. I went into this restaurant that had literally nobody in it. Like there was there must have been like 50 tables and there was not one single person in it. And I went in and I was like, oh, can I have a table for one? They were like, do you have a reservation? And I was like, no. But
I hate that.
And he's like, I'll have to check because we've got a lot of bookings. And I was just like, it's 12 o'clock in the day. There's not one single person. Anyway, so we did the whole thing. And then he sat me down, right? But then about 15 minutes in, right, I was eating my lunch and this woman came in. She was Welsh, right? She had a very strong Welsh accent. So my ears pricked up. And she was with this kid that was kind of like a very emo kid, like lip piercing.
Oh, I'm so glad they're still around.
Yeah.
I think we'd bring back emos and goths, may I just say. Slight tangent here. I find that we're so homogenous at the moment that I love it when we see a little eccentric, little sad boy. I was like, brilliant. Where have you been?
Yeah, it was brilliant. And very cute and everything and, sweet. And anyway, he was there obviously with his mother and she said, oh, I have a booking for 3 at the window. Sorry about the Welsh accent, Morgan.
No, that's all right. Did she have a Norwegian partner, did she? What?
So I've got a booking for 3 at the window. And then the waitress just said, is it gay? And she just was paused and said, no, it's non-binary actually. But she was like, no, G-A-Y-E or G-A-Y-E, like the name. And she was like, oh yes, that's my sister. It's just like, and I heard it, I didn't even laugh because I was just like, no, like nobody will ever believe this happened.
No.
And the kids didn't even bat an eyelid. Like the kid.
So this is mum does this all the time.
Yeah, I'm with this crazy, crazy woman. Why do you think I'm depressed? It was just bonkers. I was like, what has happened? And also there was nobody.
It just like cross wires, just at every opportunity?
Yeah, it was cross wires completely, but also it was, when there's cross wires and somebody isn't like, oh yeah, no. It was just the mother was just like, no, that's my sister. It was just everything was so calm and so even. And my heart was just going, oh my God, there's literally nobody here to share this with.
Yeah, please, someone, please.
But like, imagine somebody saying, "Is it gay?" and you immediately think your son. That's what you think. That's what comes into your head. No, it's non-binary, actually.
I'm so inclusive. I don't see gender. I don't use he, she. I use it and that.
I was just like, even with the kid, I was just like, you need to go to the bar and ask for Angela. You need an extraction like this. You need to get out of this.
Oh, I knew I was in the roughest pub in the world the other day. You've just reminded me. I was in a pub where was I? Taunton in the southwest. I knew it was a rough pub because when I walked in, there was a sign that said "Ask for," and someone had scribbled over Angela.
You know who did that? Angela.
Yeah.
She was like, I'm sick of being the go-to for these poor defenseless bastards.
If someone wakes me up one more time at the house, like...
Yeah. There's another one, Angela. She's got a black eye.
How much of an awful prank is that, if you can even call it a prank? That you scribbled out the name to ask for help.
Oh, the world is a dark place, Morgan.
I know.
How has your week been? What have you been up to?
Good. I mean, first world problems. Like I said, we're moving house, but we're waiting on the completion dates because if it turns out solicitors are slow. Yeah. I just want to stress again, I appreciate this is a first world problem. Oh, my house is taking ages to buy. But I'm spending so much money on solicitors. It's the most I've never spent money on legal advice before or hired the services of someone that works in the law. And
no, you're like Michael Jackson. You just pay them off.
We settle out of court. That's what I said.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
After my first viewing, I said, should we settle this out of court? They were like, this is a house. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm not used to it. Sorry. Where was I going? I put lawyers and solicitors on such a pedestal of intellect and professionalism. Like, when you meet someone, you go, oh, they're a lawyer. You go, oh, they're a lawyer. You get envious.
Yeah.
And then you use their services and you go, sorry, am I dealing... It's like dealing with a petrol station person, but through the glass. You know how you miss about 80% of what you're saying? It feels like that, but talking to someone on the phone.
Well, I always think that these people, like accountants, lawyers, these people that you hire to do like really important things to stress you out, their level of casualness around it is, I think it's really unfair. Like, because
completely,
they will take the job knowing full well that they're going on 3 weeks holidays in the middle of it, and you're like, why are you doing this? Like, why did you do this to me? There are other lawyers that aren't on holidays.
Yeah, the trial starts in 4 weeks.
Yeah, exactly. You're watching totally Law and Order, like, how do I do this? But it is so stressful. It's so, like, also they also kind of don't care. I don't get that they care.
No, my lawyer has never called me to check how I'm getting on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. What about Morgan's doing? He seems very stressed. He was quite quiet the last time he was in.
I tell you, we had to, the place we're buying, we don't get the freehold, it's the leasehold. So we said, because we want to make some changes to the property, we said, can you send the leasehold agreement so we can read it, please? And it was photocopied. And you just go, this has to be typed up in 2026. What do you mean you're sending me a photocopy of the lease agreement?
Oh my God. See, that sort of thing really stresses me out because that's the sort of thing that you could end up going into it. Like, you bought something and then it's like, oh, sorry, I missed this. I remember when I bought my apartment, there was some kind of leasehold thing. I don't know what it was, but I had to pay this fee.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was like €800 or something. And then about 2 years after, I got this letter from them to say that was unnecessary and they gave me back my €800. And oh my God, I was just like...
Incredible.
But also, like, I didn't think about it at the time because it was like, yay, €800. But also I was like, God, I was moving into a place. I really could have used that €800 back then. Like,
oh God.
when I didn't have a wardrobe for 6 months.
And you were hanging your clothes on your partner's fingers, just like, stay there.
I remember I went into Argos to buy, do you know the rails that like they have at photo shoots? I had to buy one of them, and just that was my wardrobe for about 6 months.
Yeah, because like we said, we're making changes to the property, so we don't want to make any so we'll get like a fitted oven, a fitted fridge, a fitted freezer. So at the moment we're just Facebook marketplacing a lot of stuff. Oh, nice. And I tell you what, I hate Meta for everything it's worth. I think it's one of the reasons the country is so divided, if not the world is so divided. But there's some absolute steals on there.
I swear, listen, Facebook Marketplace, it is incredible. The only problem is, for some reason, I don't know what's going on with my Facebook Marketplace, it always thinks I'm in Paris. I mean, maybe I have a Parisian vibe, but I can't.
Yeah, what are you looking up?
Yes.
You Facebook Marketplace in eclairs and to get some Moulin Rouge, please.
Oh my God, it's great. But you see, I do think that in England, the like Free Cycle and all of those things, they have much better stuff over there.
Yeah, I wonder why. Because I would agree.
I think, like, I know when I was over there, I bought a television for €20.
Mm-hmm.
But I bought I basically...
What happened when you turned it on?
Castle. It was perfect. It was absolutely perfect. And I bought it in Elephant and Castle, and I got I walked down to get it, and I went to this garage. It was a garage, and this guy just pulled up in a Range Rover, and he was like, "You had to buy a telly?" And then he opened one garage. No, not that one, but it was packed to the brim full of stuff. And then he opened the other garage, and I was just like, "Oh, this like." Why does this guy have all this stuff? Like, he's clearly a burglar.
Oh yeah. It's all stolen. It's
all stolen.
You remember, I found my camera on there. Remember my camera got nicked, and I found it on Facebook Marketplace, and I got it back.
Oh, I remember that.
And I met up with the thief.
And what happened?
I said, give me that's my camera. Here's the boxes. I lied and said the people I know that we went into a coffee shop, and I said, can we go into this coffee shop, please, so I can count the money and look at the camera? He went, yeah, sure. And I pretended I knew the people on the table behind us. I said, those people here with me, Janek was with me, that's my fucking camera. And his face just dropped. He then pleaded that he didn't steal it. He bought it from a seller in the Vauxhall Sunday market. And he started crying, and then I immediately broke down. I'm like, it's okay.
So he started crying?
Yeah.
What age was he?
Well, I'd say... Well, he sent his friend. So the seller seemed like a very young lad. I would say 19, early 20s. But he sent his friend, his friend came across early 40s, and he was crying on the phone. His mate started tearing up, going, he's just a young lad. He's just a young lad. Like, he didn't know. He's Eastern European. And then I started feeling bad for them. They played me like a fool. They totally stole it.
And did you got your camera back? You didn't have to pay anything?
I gave him a little bit of money because I felt bad. I'm such an idiot.
Morgan. How much did you give him?
I don't want to say. It was quite a bit.
Tell me now.
I gave them about 200 quid.
Mark! This is like an Olympics winner that wins the medal, and then on the podium goes, do you know what? Give it to number 2. I don't want it.
Oh my God. I know. Janek was looking at me because we went in all like, and you know, Janek's like the feminist person in the world, but even they did me a solid. I really masked it up. And it's nice that they got that in the locker. They're non-binary, but they're masked when they need to beat the shit out of you.
Oh my God. That is hilarious.
I don't know what that says to masculine people, but yeah.
But actually what happened to me was your man opened the thing, and I was buying this television for 20 quid. So I ended up buying the television and then going, oh my God, I think I should get out of here. This is very weird. And I called an Uber. and the Uber went to, like, in Elephant and Castle, I think it's a one-way street or something. So it went to the opposite side to where I was. And I was like, oh no, I'm in the wrong place. And the Uber was like, I'm here. And I was like, I'm here. So in the end, then I ran with the telly. And I ran
Didn't
with
look
the telly.
odd at all.
Yeah, exactly. And then, of course, straight away, where? And I was like, oh no. So I had to explain to the policeman.
No
Like,
way.
Yeah,
Did you
because
really?
the car just literally stopped, and your man was like, "No, he didn't get out of the car." But he's like, "Where are you going with the telly?" And I was like, "Oh, no, I just bought it. I bought it, and my Uber is." And like, I think because I was so flustered.
Yeah,
They
you're
were just
head
like,
to toe in black and white stripes as well.
Yeah.
in your orange jumpsuit, straight from jail.
I think the policeman was like, clearly insane. Let him go. Clearly having a bad mental health day.
God, imagine being that police officer and clocking it. Are we going to stop that person running with the television? I think I would go, if I was the other copper, I think I would go, let's see how far they can get first.
I know, like running with a television also. I mean, like, how far do you get? Like,
Yeah, I wonder whether they would wait till they tire out and then nab them.
yeah. I have to say, I would not like to be a policeman making those decisions.
Yeah, I hear that.
You know, I wouldn't like to be a policeman in London at the moment. It seems crazy. One of my friends is a policeman.
Yes, he was lovely.
Oh yeah, you met him. Yeah.
He was
And
great crack.
Yeah, he's actually a really fun guy. But the stories he tells me are crazy. He actually once told me that because he works he doesn't go on a beat. But he told me that, like, he did go through a phase of when he would go on a date, that would be the only time he would have to do something. And like, he went on a date where some guy tried to mug somebody outside, and he went out and ended up like having to jump on him and drag him to the ground and cuff him.
Oh, if you were the datee, would you find that attractive or annoying?
He actually didn't. He didn't find it attractive at all. He wasn't into it, and he left.
Well, I guess you've got to leave. You can't go back to the station with him, I guess. But I think someone doing their job in a good way is kind of sexy, isn't it?
Of course, any woman, unless they're a comedian. Clearly, I don't think people find that attractive at all.
So, one of the first dates me and Janet went on, I invited them to a big show.
One of your shows?
No, I was doing support for Jade Adams. It was at the Hackney Empire. I think it was like one of our third or fourth dates.
Wow.
I know.
Look at you, best foot forwarding.
I try.
And how did it go? Was it a good one?
Yeah, thank the Lord. Imagine I stunk it up.
I know. Can you imagine? I've never been in a situation where I've never been in a situation where I've been early dating somebody and brought them to a show, because I just think I wouldn't want them to see a show.
Yeah.
For a long time. It would be so weird.
When I started comedy, good Lord, I took friends to bad shows. Really bad shows.
Every so often somebody tells me a story about a thing that happened at a gig, from the early days. And I actually want to, like, somebody was telling me about a gig I did in the Halfpenny Inn in Dublin. They were like, yeah. There was, like, I think there was only like 12 people there, and you went into the toilet because you wanted to get sick. And I was just like, oh, good God, how my life is, what was I thinking? The delusion.
Yeah. It's because you would just take any stage time. Sorry to talk a bit comedy shop here, but you're just desperate for stage time. And fortunately, I think when you looking to perform comedy, there's even more lunatic people that are looking to put it on, and they'll put it on anywhere. In fact, the Lord, these lunatics exist because it gives us crucial stage time.
Well, I'm in previews at the moment, and of the new show. I'm gigging everywhere and anywhere to try and bash it together. But I did 2 shows this week that were hilarious. Like, one I did in a place in Adair, which is in Limerick.
Yes.
It was in this kind of like cabin place. It was actually really cool. It was at a hotel. It was a really fun show. Like, I really enjoyed it. But so the guy that was emceeing it, he went on first. He did like 20 minutes and then there was a break and then he brought me on. And he was like, oh, instead of walking from the back of the room, walk in at the side of the venue. Just stay in the dressing room and then go in this side door and then you can walk right up on the stage. And I was like, oh, perfect. So I stood outside, heard, please on stage, Gearoid Farrelly. And I went to go through the door and the door had been bolted. Somebody really voting with their feet there. So I was like rattling the door and I was just like, oh no, this is so this is awful.
Did you rattle the door or did you try it or what did you do?
I tried it and then I rattled it and then I just ended up knocking like very meekly like please somebody let me in.
At what point do you think the audience realised it wasn't part of the act?
Oh, I think, yeah, they knew straight away. Like, it took long enough. Like, it was totally humiliating. What a start to a show. But I was going up and I was like, oh, I'm going to bomb now. This is going to be, I have no authority at all with these people. But actually, it was really lovely. It was a really fun show.
I would love it if you did bomb and then you tried to leave and then it bolted again and you couldn't get off. Just let me out, please.
I heard a story about another Irish comic that, like an old Irish comic, who was doing a show years ago in a venue, and it was going so badly that he, it was a Christmas show, that he ran from the stage at the end of a set and went out the emergency exit.
Yeah,
and just ran. But as he was doing so, he knocked over the Christmas tree. Big old shout, like, oh God. The other gig I did was I did a mothering baby gig.
Hey, I've not done one of those. Describe them for the audience.
So fun. Basically, the majority of people are women on maternity leave with their newborn baby.
Yeah,
and it was so fun. It was like proper. It was like people that I guess haven't had, a good time in a while.
Yeah.
So it was filled with like 3-month-old babies being fed. There was like
any cunts in, any big.
Do you know what?
Had to put a few babies down.
Yeah, I was like, don't look. Well, do you know what I was saying to one of my friends? Like sometimes when you see an audience and you're like, oh, there's, you see there's the face. The one that you're like, oh, I'll get you by the end of this. Don't worry, I'm going to make you laugh. It's so weird to be confronted with about 40 of them. And
did you make any of the babies laugh?
A couple kind of smiled, but there was one baby at the front who really threw me with the like weirdest heckle I've ever had, which was he was just cute. He just like turned his head at one point and I just went, oh my God, he's so cute. Like in the middle of the gig. But I was just like, I was like, girl, what's happening? Why are you?
If you didn't know, Gearoid does that at club nights as well and shows. Yeah. If there's an adorable person in the front row.
Yeah. I also do the opposite. Like, what are you doing in here, you pig?
Who let you in?
Yeah, why would you sit at the front, face like that, put me off?
You put me right off my show, you have.
Yeah.
But that's good that they went well, though, especially like, because previews are difficult at the best of times, but it sounds like the tour's all whipping up nice and good.
It is good. Yeah, it's going well. I did about 5 previews in 4 days. And
wow, that's a lot.
It was... But they were all going in the right direction. They were all going better. Everyone was better. Everyone was better. I was delighted with myself. And then the last one, I forgot the start of the show and I forgot the end of the show. And I was just like, well, there we go. Everything was going well. And then you fucked it in the ass.
Yeah, we all love a second act and nothing else, don't we?
No. I went on and I started the show and I was like, definitely something not right now here. It was only the audience had a good time. I was just like, but when you've got, and it was literally, I was home on my couch and then I went, oh my God, I forgot the first bit.
Oh, you didn't realise until you got home?
No, it was ages.
That's so funny. Isn't it mad that, well, maybe you're just like, because the biggest criticism, or most common criticisms a lot of shows get is it starts really slowly and they wrap up too quick. And maybe you've subverted that by not having a start and an end.
Yeah, exactly. It's just literally like, yeah, I basically leave people wanting more, but in a, is he going to come back and finish it sort of way?
Yeah. Yeah, people wanting more because it's a substandard product.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be funny of take, isn't it? Like, oh, you should always leave them wanting more. This is because you did 5 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The show ended by 9:15. Yeah.
Say that though. I think that's perfect ending for a show.
Oh yeah.
9:15. Oh, you can have one afterwards and get home for 10, 10:30.
Well, that gig in Adair, that was 7. I mean,
lovely.
Delightful. Absolutely delightful. Like, to be well on your way by 10 is just perfect. Yeah.
Perfect. I've got some good news for you. It's just like general good news. Apparently, it's the first time there's been an uptake in children under 5 reading. It's people are reading again. Children are reading again.
Oh, because they went through a phase of being thick there, didn't they?
Yeah, and in fairness, it's been a steady decline. People just aren't reading, and I'm a big advocate for reading. I love books, but beg my pardon, people are reading again.
And what was it? How do they know?
I think they're just doing almost censuses in schools and asking the kids if they're reading or not. A lot of it, apparently, again, this is the blessing and the curse of social media. A lot of it is a book talk, which is a big subsection of TikTok, which is people recommended and talking about books.
Oh,
and I'll be honest, I'm on. That's part of my algorithm is book talk. Oh. I'm just so. I think I'm just going around in circles here, but I'm just so happy people are reading again. What's the last thing you read?
The last thing I read, oh my God. And what a recommendation. I read this book called Open Heaven.
Oh.
So it's basically, there's an Irish writer called Sean Hewitt. He wrote this memoir about his first relationship and coming out as gay and all of this. And it's, oh my God, it's such a brilliant book. It's so, so good. But he's written this book. That book was called All Down Darkness Wide. But this book, it's bleak now. It is bleak. It's a heavy book, but it's brilliant. But then he's written this book called Open Heaven, which is fiction, which is about a 16-year-old with his first crush on a straight guy.
Oh, classical.
Oh God, it is just. But it's not one of those books that you come away going all depressed, and it's not. It's not that it triggers you in any way. It's just so beautifully written. Like it's. Oh my God, I loved it.
I struggle with tragedy porn. I do struggle, and it's just so difficult. It's so beautifully written. It's so tactfully written. The prose are great, but I just can't help but going, God, this gotta get better soon.
Yeah, I actually hate books like that. I really do. If there's bad thing happening in a book, I want it to be somebody has killed 15 people. That's the sort of negativity I'm here for. I'm not here for like 17-year-old gets rejected and thinks about it for 5 years. I don't want that.
Yeah.
I don't want somebody's childhood ruined.
Oh my God, yeah. What was it? Shuggy Bane? I read that and then I tried, that was the same, read the sequel. I went, when I read the sequel, I thought, this must be how they turn their life around. It's like, it got worse again.
But this book as well, Sean Hewitt he's a poet. So like it's so beautifully written that you're just like, it's just a delight from start to finish. I loved it. Yeah.
Oh, that's such a good idea. Oh, I'm reading a book by Tom Hindle because I'm in my murder mystery era now because that's the next. I'm working on a TV project which is a whodunit. So now I'm just.
I love a murder mystery.
I love a murder mystery. I'm big about being transparent about when I'm working on things. I'm working on it's a murder mystery set in an indoor market. Because I love indoor markets and I think it's such a brilliant place to bring such disparate people on top of each other in conflict and it not feel shoehorned.
Oh, wow.
Do you know what I mean? Because everyone's in competition, everyone's in conflict. It's a lot of big personalities all in a tight space. So we're billing it as like the Welsh Only Murders in the Building.
Oh, lovely. There used to be this thing on BBC Radio 4 that was like it was like the 15-minute drama.
Yes.
And I remember writing one that was a crime drama. And I absolutely loved it. I mean, it never got made, but I still have it in a drawer. I think maybe I wrote 4 of the 5 or something. Because I remember one of my friends, I gave the 4 up to one of my friends to read, and he was like, "This is one of the cruelest things that anyone's ever done, because you've given me 4 parts of a mystery that I enjoyed, and you never give me the 5th."
The only blue balls.
Yeah, exactly.
Who done it?
Yeah, and I never got resolved.
Even I don't know who done it.
Yeah, even I don't know who done it. Nobody ever will now.
Did you know who? Did you reverse engineer it, or were you one of those people that wrote it as you went on?
I wrote as I went. No, I reverse engineered it. Sorry, what I did was I picked the end scene of each episode, and I knew what that would be, and then I just wrote to that. I'm all about a plan. I'm all about a plan when I'm writing something.
Yeah, me too. I've got.
As you can see from my wall.
Yeah.
That's
for the audio listeners rather than the visual watchers. I think they're called listeners and watchers. But Gearoid is right next to his window, which is littered with Post-it notes.
Yeah, that's my show. And also I've got, I bought these. They're so handy, which is like, they're like chalk markers. So you can write on glass.
Yeah,
you can do little
for people
arrows.
Outside. It looks like a cry for help, isn't it?
It does. Actually, one of my neighbors asked me if I was trying to solve a murder.
Little do we know, if we zoom in on those Post-it notes, they're actually facing outwards and they say help.
Yeah, exactly. It's very talented, cool. Mr. Ripley, sort of. Yeah, but look, I mean, we have a few months to get our shows together, don't we, Morgan? Everything's going to be fine.
Everything is going to be fine. I'm booking in plenty more work in progresses now. We're getting there. I think there's 3 stories I really need to hammer in, because they've just appeared out of nowhere. And I'm like, this would serve the show so well. So I'm trying to... I write a lot of my stuff in the clubs, and they're just not club stories. I'm in that sort of conundrum at the moment.
Yeah, I've had people come up to me and be like, after previews, go, "Oh my God, it's such a lovely journey." And then someone was like, "Oh, I love that story. Like, I had a tear in my eye." And I was like, "Oh, good luck." No. Cut. I'm not Hannah Gadsby here. No, good luck.
What would Gearoid's Nanette be?
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, fuck this. No, I don't want any. That's not what I want. Like, I mean, it's really weird because I have a story about my cat in it, and like, it's clear she's dead in the story, but like, the story's really, really funny, but people are just really like, oh.
Well, you're touching on to something massive. People love their pets, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think you can't go anywhere near people's animals without them being emotional, or certainly emotionally charged.
Yeah, it does feel charged. I have to just find a way to neuter that, because I don't want to be like.
Is that pardon the pun, or?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh dear. It'll be fine.
Before we wrap up, can I tell you one thing I learned this week, and I just want to get your opinion on it.
Go on.
So I think this is to do with Mormons, and it's to do with the workaround of sex. So what a lot of people do, they can't have sex before marriage, but there's something about you, not saying that you can't be penetrated or penetration. You yourself can't have sex. So what a lot of these premarital people do is that they will lie on top of each other and they will get their friends to bounce on the bed.
What?
I know. How mad is that? So they themselves can't have sex, but their friends can do it for them.
That is insane. So basically, like, you can have a 3-way, because that's a 3-way.
Is it a 3-way?
Yeah. If 2 people are coming while someone else is in the room actively participating, however weirdly, that's a 3-way. I'm so, like, how close do you have to be to a person to be like, is there any chance you could jump on the bed?
Like, I was going to say, do you get a stranger or do you get a mate? Because let's look at pros and cons of each. You get a good friend. Well, I mean, preferably a heavy good friend, isn't it? You really need someone to... You need someone to do the rocking, don't you?
Look, we're good friends. And if you were to say to me, is there any chance you come in and jump the bed? I'd be like, no, Morgan.
Yeah.
No. Find another way, babes. This is not what we're doing. It's not where we are.
I guess you could swivel and then just like do it from sort of behind, as if like I'm literally making my camera rock now. I guess it would be a stranger, wouldn't it?
Well, what you could do is you could, if they were behind you and you were just like sitting watching the television, just going ba-dum, ba-dum. But it's weird. It's like there isn't a world where it isn't weird. I do think Mormonism is very strange. It's so weird. Like and they're always handsome. Have you ever seen an ugly Mormon? I haven't.
Yeah, it's like I know I told this isn't the same thing, but is this the same thing? Yeah, no, I'm thinking Scientology. I'm not thinking of Mormonism. There's a Scientology center, whatever you call them, down the road in Warren Street, and there's a couple of fit people there leafleting. They go, "How'd they get you?"
Yeah, I tried to join Scientology. Did I tell you this?
Yes, I forgot you did that.
Yeah, when I was 16, I just thought, of course, I'd love to be a little bit complicated, but they weren't having it. I literally, they're like, Gearoid, we have Tom Cruise. This is not up to scratch.
Because what's the scale? You got to have something. You've got to pass something, isn't it? When they do the initiation test.
Yeah, they do this thing called a personality test, which I failed.
It turns out you had one.
I was just like, this feels very aggressive.
Yeah, if they sense a personality exists, they write you off.
I know. I was kind of like, bit of drama. My parents would have been upset, and that's what you want when you're 16. You want to be a burden.
Yeah. Were you out at that point?
No.
So you would have been closeted and Scientology.
Exactly. It was just coming in and want someone to jump on the bed.
Imagine that though, because like jumping's actually surprisingly tiring. Jumping's actually well hard.
Yeah.
Like I would need if it was people with my stamina, I would need I'd be like Bonnie Blue, but all the people lining up wouldn't be to fuck me. It would just be to take turns jumping on the bed.
Yeah, totally. I'd just be like, listen, I'm sick of the jumping. I'll give you a handy. Come on, let's get this done. It's too tiring. Also, if you were the jumper, you'd be quite fit. If you were the regular jumper for different people, do you know what I mean? So like, it could be a case that the person that you're with is like, if it's all the same, can you jump on the bed?
Yeah.
I gotta go with the jumper.
Yeah, God, that jumper's looking good.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Imagine that. Imagine you rocked up one day and go, "Hey, Gearoid, you're looking great. What have you been doing?" Well, there's this thing where virgins want you to jump on the bed. It's the best workout I've ever had.
Yeah, I'm jumping on the bed for virgins. It's like I'm chewing corn for gummy parrots. Oh, God. The world is strange, Morgan.
The world is strange. But I tell you what's not strange is our Patreon. So I think it's time to wrap up.
Yes, I just want to say before we go to the Patreon, I have a killer of a story for the Patreon. I have
you Gearoid, you little tease. Well done.
Tease. I can never show my face in my local shop again. It's insane. If I'm shot, I think it's all I deserve. Basically, after what happened to me 3 days ago.
Cannot wait to hear it. But everyone, thank you so much for listening to the podcast. If you've enjoyed us, do please give us a rating wherever you listen to us. It really helps, especially when there's somebody new that sees the podcast for the first time and they see that it's well liked. It really helps encourage them to give it a go. So if you do blah, 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 follow us, like us. I'm on tour later this year with a show called What a Bummer. You can get tickets online at morganreescomedy.com. And Gearoid.
Yes, I am on tour in the autumn with a show called No Pressure. I'll be in the UK in early next year. Those dates will be on sale soon. I'll be at the Edinburgh Fringe in August, and I have another podcast called Agony Rants, and I have an incredible story for the Patreon. The humiliation. I'm so glad it's not going on the free feed. And I'm so glad to tell you this when Josh isn't here, because he would make a meal of this.
I know. But Josh, if you're listening, you got to go over to the Patreon. But we'll see you next week, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Chatting with Cherubs.